All right, we're live with another episode of the Cymatics Show. Today we got a very interesting guest. We have Matt Steffanina.
Got it.
Right? Was that it?
Yeah, man, that was it.
Awesome. Botched it again. I could practice 10 times, still botch it. But yeah, man, honestly, one of the reasons, like usually we've been plowing through music industry only people, but I think you've done something super interesting in the dance world. I mean, your following is fucking huge and like putting out massive amounts of content and even collaborating a lot with the music industry. So we thought it'd be cool to just get a whole nother take, you know what I'm saying, on kind of what's going on with the music industry and how those worlds are colliding, social media, all that good shit.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. This is actually like probably the most excited I've ever been to be on a podcast. I gotta be honest.
Hell yeah.
I've been following you guys for a minute. You know, you and I've been talking online for probably a year now, and kind of my journey into music as well and stuff. So it's really cool to see how the worlds go together and what you guys have done with Cymatics and making this so huge.
That's awesome, man. You want to talk about some of your like accomplishments and like your socials? I mean, your YouTube has 11 fucking million.
This guy makes us look tiny.
I was like, holy shit! I didn't even know you were that big on YouTube.
Yeah,
I was like, God damn,
and then we
man.
looked at the YouTube. I was like, holy shit!
Yeah,
this guy's bigger
that's
than
crazy,
Alpha M.
man.
Alpha M's one of our buddies. He's got a pretty big
Word.
channel.
Yeah.
You know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sick, man. He makes so much
He's
good
a baller
content, man.
business dude, bro.
Really?
Yeah,
So
he's
dope.
killing it.
He makes racks.
Crazy. Yeah. I mean, I started on YouTube 11 years ago. The main channel is about 11 million. Then I have a second one where we do behind the scenes, kind of like test out some new show ideas. It's at 3 million. And then I have a dance tutorials channel, which is at 3 million. And that's all instructional videos and stuff.
That's crazy, man. Your backup channels are at 3 million.
Backup channels making Cymatics look tiny.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's, you know, they all kind of funnel to Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snap, whatever it may be. But the main source has always been YouTube for me.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Have you seen it like shake over the years in terms of reach, or like how's your?
It's interesting for me. You know, I'm reliant a lot on the music industry. If I do a dance video to a royalty-free song, it's obviously not going to do nearly the numbers as Drake's new single that's blowing up, you know? So a lot of it is timing. I know I don't really have like a consistent growth. It's like huge viral video, chill for a second, huge viral video, chill for a second. It's always kind of done that. And so we're just always trying new ideas, throwing darts at the board, seeing what sticks.
No, it's fucking awesome, dude. I was looking at your numbers. You want to talk about some of those big videos that have slammed and gone off, and maybe also like how that helped you get into the, like deeper into the music industry, because I mean, you know, a shit ton of people.
Yeah, I mean, my goal when I first moved out to LA was to work with artists. I wanted to choreograph and dance for them, and I was going through the audition process. A lot of, you know, musicians can probably relate with like sending your mixtapes to labels and like getting turned down, and artists aren't, you know, giving you placements. And that was what was happening with me with auditions. I just wasn't booking the right jobs, and so I was like, you know, maybe if I put stuff on YouTube and I send it to the artists, they'll see it and they'll be like, yo, what about this guy? And it's literally what happened. Started working, you know, dance for Chris Brown and Taylor Swift and Snoop Dogg and Wayne and Busta Rhymes and Jason Derulo and all these people. And
insane,
a lot of them were literally from YouTube videos or from me messaging on Instagram and being like, yo, I love your stuff, you know? And that was sort of why I started building the YouTube base so big, is because I wanted to be able to reach musicians that I love. And now it's turned into almost all EDM. You know, I'm a huge EDM fan, so been really lucky to work with a lot of people the past couple of years on that side.
Dude, you took like a back door into the music industry.
Yeah,
you know,
in a way,
like with the sample packs and kind of going in with a different way, because I feel like everybody who takes that typical route is almost similar to your audition thing.
Right.
And I feel like anybody who takes backdoor, even like you, is almost a completely different industry. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
And then kind of fusing it together.
What was a moment where you were like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm working with this person right now? Like the first time you were like, wow.
My very first job I ever booked was I was Jay Leno's body double on the Tonight Show. And they put me in like, I don't want to say a fat suit, you know, Jay, he's just a little thicker. So they put a little thing in a full denim, like head to toe denim, the wig. And we went around LA, like knocking on people's doors, and he would like recreate music videos with them as like a sketch for the show. And then they would put me in and I'd like break dance and flip and stuff and swap out. And it was like my first real experience of like, damn, this is actual like Hollywood. This is real stuff, you know?
Yeah. How long ago was that?
That was 10 years ago.
Wow, shit.
That's crazy. You've been growing a long time. It's just consistency.
Yeah, consistency. And constantly, you know, like some stuff will work and then it starts to kind of get oversaturated, and then you find something new and then that gets oversaturated. It's like constantly reinventing the wheel as you're going, you know?
Yeah. I mean, for us, I mean, it's almost like constantly shifting. Like I remember at one point we were doing Facebook fan page stuff that was blowing up, and the Facebook fan pages start to like dwindle.
And now we don't even look at it anymore because like when we post something, it gets 0 reach now.
Crazy, right?
And then Instagrams have even like there's a lot of people complaining about Instagram's reach, like kind of.
It's kind of been like wavering up and down.
Yeah, I feel that too. Only recently, like maybe about 3 or 4 months ago.
I was going to say 3 or 4 months. That's when I started noticing it.
Yeah. I don't know if it's they're servicing more ads or, they're always messing with the algorithms and stuff, but
it has to be though.
It has to be, yeah.
I've noticed that the bad posts that get less engagement get pushed even further down almost, where like the bad posts are getting almost nothing now. Well, not bad posts, but the stuff that doesn't get quite as much engagement, like will get nothing now.
Yeah.
And then I'll still get posts that go off. I'm sure you do too, but then some stuff just flops completely.
And the other thing that's interesting about the change recently is it used to be comments played a big part in things. I used to feel like, if I'm getting a lot of comments, Instagram will push that more. But now it doesn't seem to have any correlation.
I think it's because they know people are just comment baiting with whatever.
We used to do all the time.
I mean, we do all kinds of shit. We still do it on every, we still do it on every post. But yeah, I think you're right about that. I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
Also, like followers go stale. Like at the end of the day, like for example, we have over 1 million emails, but like we constantly are deleting people who just don't open them anymore. And I think naturally, like you're either growing or you're dying. You're literally your following's dying because people stop using it, whatever. And then you have to keep getting more and more followers into the chamber.
Yeah.
To grow.
And the bigger you get, the more you notice like the fall off. Like I think I don't even think it's necessarily people unfollowing me as much as it's people just going dormant, closing their accounts, Instagram deleting old stuff. But I think I lose like 30,000 followers a week.
Oh shit, yeah.
I mean, I lose a lot too, man.
Like luckily I get 50,000, so it works out, but like 30,000 a week that are getting shut down or just don't use Instagram anymore for whatever reason. So you have to constantly keep building.
How important do you think being in LA is for the entertainment industry?
10 years ago, I would say it's the only option. Now, obviously, there's a lot of other choices. I think if you want to work in the industry, if you want to do music videos, if you want to do movies, you have to be here.
Yeah.
If you want to build a business in an art, in entertainment, you could be anywhere.
Like we were saying, like you could be a kid in Oklahoma going off on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. Doing brand deals, like on your farm.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
What do you think about TikTok?
I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship. I do think that the growth is undeniable. So anybody that's trying to still pretend like it's not taking over, I would highly advise they change that belief. I started on Musical.ly a little bit when that blew up, and now I've transferred over to TikTok. And for me, I'm trying to find a way to be able to do it and still stay authentic to my brand. I don't want to do the challenges where you like clap 3 times and tap your leg and look to the left and that goes viral. I want to find a way to do it that I still feel good about it. But this can still, get the numbers and meet the trends and stuff too. So we're sort of experimenting right now. I haven't really found my niche there yet.
What's the biggest videos you said you had pop up on TikTok?
Yeah, I had a boomerang. I posted last month, dude, 19 million views.
Bro, you're acting like you're tiny on there, man.
I don't know what's going on. 19 million views.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what we were talking about. Like, I don't understand why. There's no music. There's no hashtags. It's not from TikTok. It's from Instagram. Yeah. And yet that blows up, and
I mean, I think the key is just posting. Gary Vee told us literally he was like post 4 times a day. Like I can't right now because we're trying to do all this hiring stuff, but we're like, fuck, man. Like I wish we could right now.
That's crazy.
Dude, I was at Costco. I posted a video of some chickens that came out of the oven.
Like the rotisserie chickens.
Rotisserie chickens. It's got over 500,000 views and it keeps going. There's
You're joking.
I swear. I'm like,
there's no music. It's just
there's no.
I've tried everything.
What's the caption? What's your secret?
Nothing. It's literally just like chickens from Costco, and I swear to you,
I don't even think he did a caption.
I don't think I did.
Or any hashtags.
Shit.
It was just nothing. I'm pretty sure.
And it still moves. Every day I wake up, I'm like, another 30,000 plays on this chicken.
And you're out here dropping advice left and right, and all people want from you is chicken videos.
I think you just got to post more, man. Yeah. I see some people's accounts who they're like really popping off now, and I keep scrolling down, and I just keep scrolling. They've been posting for like months, like every day. So like I think it's consistency on there.
The reason it's kind of funny. Talk about worlds clash in dance world and music world. I mean, a lot of people listening to this probably haven't played with TikTok enough yet. But dude, a producer, it's like the one era I've seen in the past probably 5 years that like I think artists have a huge advantage in taking over.
Songs can blow up on there overnight and go Billboard number
It's
one. You know
happening
Roxanne, right?
Of course. I did a video to Roxanne.
That's funny.
Why? Because it blew up on
Yeah,
TikTok.
exactly.
Like,
but that
I
kid
didn't
was
know
like
that
unknown
song.
basically.
Yeah,
and like
crazy.
number one song in Spotify, which is
Insane.
fucking
That's
nuts.
like, well, even like super chill music that was like almost like lo-fi. that
Old-
didn't get
old
plays.
stuff.
Yeah. It's just you see that like popping off in like some slow motion style video that just all of a sudden once it's
I mean,
a trend.
look at Grizztronics, perfect example.
I
Like
got like Billboard top 10 in dance
That-
charts, I think.
that song, you know, they've been going off at festivals for a while now, and all of a sudden, like these kids that I teach are like freestyling, and I'm like, how do they know this song? TikTok.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. I think more people need to definitely make a play in that.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that I've started to do with my music is already start dancing to remixes that I'm making, originals, put them on TikTok, get the restreams or replay posts. I don't know what they call it yet, but
I was going to ask you, so is that, so obviously you're getting into production, it seems like more and more now. Did you see like an opportunity where you had this big reach and then like your dance videos and stuff were getting millions and millions? You're like, man, if this was my own music, I could easily like start to leverage an artist career. Is that what?
Yeah, in a way. So I started DJing actually before I danced. So I was DJing like high school and college. I like got really into remixes. Like back, you remember like Girl Talk days when you would mash up like 50 songs into 3 minutes and stuff. Like I used to do that kind of stuff, but I never really got good at production. It was just like remixing, and then dance took off, and I just sort of focused over there. And I always wanted to come back to music, but I didn't have the time to put in. And we were noticing so many issues like with the record labels for YouTube, whether it's monetization or videos getting taken down, or even, you know, commercials and opportunities where they're like, yo, if you have a song, we'll put it on the commercial right now. And I'm like, I don't. Like, okay, let's go find a song we can use. And I was like, if I had my own music, you know, I could really take advantage of these situations. So it was partly that. And then, you know, good friends with Tyler with Nightmare and the Slander guys and all these people that went to Icon and were like, yo, if you're serious about this, like go to school, like learn your shit, get on it. And then, you know, watching y'all's stuff and being inspired by tutorials and just the whole community. Like I've always been at festivals and loved EDM and I go to shows, but I never thought I really could take it to the next level. And a lot of good people around me supporting me and kind of helping me get started and get into it. And just taking everything else out of the schedule that wasn't important to make time.
Damn.
That's awesome, man. I didn't know you were getting like real serious about it. That's fucking awesome to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you'll be good. But anybody that can like get good at something, whether it's dance or anything, they can get good at other
It's usually
shit.
the same things in their brain that help them.
It's like you're
learn
wired
something
right
else.
for learning shit.
Yeah. And the work ethic too.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like,
a huge
it's-
part.
I mean, production's no different than anything else. It takes like a huge amount of commitment and time and just dedication, and you know, whether it's dance or anything else, if you really go at it. And you know, like without having tools like Cymatics, and I'm on there all the time. Like I watched on Academy and stuff, I'm watching tutorials. Like even while I'm in Icon, I'm always like back and forth like every day. So it's really cool that there are opportunities for like bedroom producers to now have access to information that you had to be on the inside to be able to get to years ago, you know?
Dude, imagine you keep building that leverage on TikTok and then you swing with one of your songs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like at the end of the day, like a lot of those TikTok songs, sometimes it's about the concept more than it is the song or the dance. It's more of like, how does this piece come together?
That's why like a song they'll just do a really bass boosted version and everybody will use that version instead of the main one. It doesn't, it sounds like shit, but it's like, there's that one that's like, boom, let's go. You know that one?
Slow motion? Or
yeah. It's like, just like this one that's super distorted.
That sounds like
blown
every
out.
song on TikTok.
Yeah, I know.
That's all.
It's so funny, but like it's like sounds like shit if you listen to it, but it's more about the concept behind it being like just kind of hype almost.
Yeah,
but,
and they'll like shake the camera when the bass hits and like do, like,
exactly.
effects and
Or like
stuff.
Fast by our friend Swaco, or like this guy I know. Have you heard that one?
Yeah.
Fast 400. Yeah, that shit is so like it. I think it had 3 million videos made with it, and I was like, what?
Holy shit!
That's fucking crazy, man.
That's
like,
it's a weird social media.
How
Out of all
many
of them,
people have
like,
heard those
TikTok's
songs?
Yeah,
How many people have heard that Fast song?
a shit ton.
I mean, that's crazy to
probably
think about.
billions.
And then when you hear a song on there, you're hearing it like 600 times in a week.
Yeah.
That's if you're on TikTok, you're hearing the same songs over and over all
You
day.
don't hate it like you hate, like if you put something as your alarm, like a song, you don't hate it, but you don't necessarily hate it.
Yeah, you kind of like watching the videos. That's the weird thing about TikTok too, is all the trends and even like the duets on there and stuff. I think that would be good, getting your audience to like duet with you and stuff like that.
I actually just tried that for the first time.
I think it's a really good idea for that.
A duet?
Yeah, I didn't even know what it was. You know, people are like,
It's
no, you
weird.
gotta
I
do it.
don't
I was
understand
like,
the culture on there at all yet, but I'm just like watching videos every day, like trying to figure it out. It's fucking weird though.
Yeah.
What does your day look like in terms of like how much time do you spend on content? It looks like now production, touring. I mean, don't you have a studio? I know.
Yeah. I mean, time management, admittedly, not my best skill. I've brought my traveling down a lot. I used to be on the road like 8 months out of the year.
Oh my God.
So that was pretty much it. Like I was just gone, you know, I was like, okay, this isn't working. You know, I was flying out every weekend, different city, different thing. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do a month in the spring, a month in the summer, a month in the fall. And that's going to be all my touring for the year. And the rest of the time I'm here, you know, making content mostly. Now working on music is a big part of that. But usually we'll pick 2-3 days a week to be like, okay, these are content days. Try to fill, you know, 2, 3, 4 videos in a day, get a bunch of content done. And then hopefully I have like a day or two for like meetings, music, things like that.
Yeah. And how are you monetizing right now? Is it most of your touring? Is it brand deals? Is it like views? Because your views are fucking insane.
Yeah, it's a split. Touring is really good, obviously. Brand deals really amazing as well. Monetizing actual videos is a little tricky because of the music issues. I do have a lot of agreements with the labels now to be able to monetize certain songs or get upfront budget to do certain songs. So a lot of it is monetized. It wasn't a couple years ago before that was all in place. But it's a constant, like things are changing every day. You know, the one day they're like, we have this hot artist, we'll give you a ton of money to do, you know, 5 videos to his stuff. And then a week later, it's like, we dropped him. We're onto this other thing now. It's like, it happens so quick. But there's a lot of opportunities now because the labels are realizing if we have a new artist, a great way to push them is to get a bunch of videos done, whether it's YouTube or it's TikTok or Instagram to that music, you know.
You want to talk about your content creation strategy? Like, how do you go about like getting, because you're posting, I see you post all the time. People really struggle with consistently posting, but then you're posting and every video is doing well. Like, how do you consistently do that
too? It's not like
it's like how do you form that system where you can actually pump out content consistently? Because even I struggle with it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really important to figure out what your 1 or 2 shows, quote shows, are that you know are like your go-tos. For me, it's class videos. Like I can make these really dope high production videos at a location with lighting and all that. People just want to see me teach a class and see people dance it live where there's no edits, there's no redos, because it's authentic. You know, it's kind of like for me, I don't like watching like music videos as much as I like watching like the acoustic session, or I like watching the DJ play the set from his perspective, like in the booth, you know, it's like it has that authentic feeling. So that's my main. I do like 1 to 2 of those a week on the main, 1 to 2 of those on the second channel, and then a tutorial for that routine on the third channel. And that's the main. And then on top of that, we just stack other shows. So we have like a show called 10-Minute Challenge where dancers try to learn a routine in under 10 minutes. We have one where we go to Santa Monica and I'll like freestyle rap battle and dance battle people. Like these other shows that are inconsistent number wise, but they hit and they kind of keep people interested, and then always coming back to the main piece of content and just stacking days. Like, you know, I'll do one day where it's like 14, 16 hours of just shooting and choreographing and just like get it done, you know, and then you're good for a few days. You have all the content you need for everything, but you got to put in those long days.
How do you handle also making Instagram content? Because you're doing YouTube. We have struggled with YouTube consistency, but you're also doing Instagram content, which seems like, is that separate content you're making, or is that pieces from your bigger content?
Most of the time it's pieces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to go from YouTube to Instagram than the reverse, right? Because YouTube is long format. So if my YouTube video is 8 minutes, 10 minutes, I can probably pull at least 2 or 3 Instagram clips from that.
Yeah.
So that's the
how
majority.
we think about it. I mean, that's what we're doing with this podcast right now.
I mean, so we're taking the show's approach too, because before we were so like more of a product company, like selling products. Now we're like, okay, what kind of badass content can we do? But yeah, we're trying to take the same approach. Like this show is an easy one for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, like sit down, shoot the shit. And
just talking to somebody for 45 minutes is super easy.
You know, it's a funny one we had. So Lil Skies is mixing engineer. This guy Neek came on a recent episode, and he was talking about a segment that the guy used to do that we're going to try and bring back or fuck around with, even doing it once, was bedroom studio like rescue. So going to
Like a studio makeover for some random kid.
Go in there and just like deck the kid out. You know what I'm saying?
That's tight.
Just a goofy idea.
Yeah, we've just been thinking about different creative stuff that we could do that might be more fun for the audience. I don't know.
That's a good idea.
I don't even know
did
how
that
you
one
choose
time
somebody like
for
that.
a dance studio, actually.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was a brand deal with Honda. And they were like, we're going to do a dance studio makeover. And they like, same thing, like picked this like rundown studio. We went like painted it, fixed it up. And like people loved it. It was like super entertaining. I was like, dang, it's exactly that. Those kind of ideas, you know, you never know what's going to stick.
How big is your video team?
A few videographers, 2 editors. That's it.
Interesting. Do you oversee a lot of the stuff?
Everything. Yeah.
You're like just
right?
Yeah.
Dude, I get it.
And I sometimes I go back and forth, like, am I being like just super controlling in type A, or is it important to keep the quality consistent, you know?
Both.
I think long term, if you work with people really closely for a couple years, if they stick with you, they'll know how to do it themselves.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been kind of thinking is like getting more involved. You want to talk about your craziest tour story? If you have one, I mean, you've been touring for years, right? With random artists. Like, what's the craziest thing you've seen go down?
Or even at your events?
Yeah. I mean, you know, shit.
You don't have to call any artist out, but like maybe just, I don't want to tell that one.
I mean, you know, nothing like epically insane, like but you know, mostly the craziest stuff that sticks out to me is like wild stalker shit.
I'm sure that happens.
You probably get that more than we don't.
Yeah, do you get that at all?
I didn't really realize how big of a mistake having your name as your name is
I'm so
until
glad we at
a few
least
years
We got
ago.
Steven and Drew Cymatics. So it was thank God we did Steven Cymatics and Drew Cymatics.
Yeah, I'm actually debating now, like as I go into releasing more music, I'm like, I do not want to release it as my name.
Has that
like,
caused you problems?
Yeah, because people can call a hotel and be like, hey, my brother Matt, he's staying at the hotel, can you tell me? And like technically they're not supposed to give out that information.
They can fake them and try to.
But yeah, like if it's like a, you know, like a kid and they're like, I can't find my family. Like, so they're like, oh, he's in room 612. And then all of a sudden I look out the people and there's like 40 kids in the hallway. I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay, that is pretty crazy,
like,
man.
You stay in there.
You don't come out. You just
turn off the lights.
You'll
You're,
hear
like,
them and you
looking
hear
under
them
the
out
door.
there like. I'm like,
how many times has this happened?
It's happened more than once. Like,
What?
yeah.
holy shit. That,
Yeah,
Now I'm like,
straight
oh,
camping,
shit.
straight camping outside the room. I'm like, okay, I need to change my name to fucking Lightning Bolt or something. Like, I need to
Yeah, that's
do something
crazy.
new.
That's crazy. I've never even thought of that.
Yeah.
That's a crazy ass
Fuck
situation.
that, man. I'm glad we got Steven and Drew Cymatics.
I mean, I feel like it could still fucking happen. Jesus, that sounds scary. How do you like to like network with people and get new connections? Because I mean, it can be super fucking hard for people to actually get their foot in the door.
Yeah, I mean, I think the way that I connected with you guys was really organic. I don't actually even remember. I think I posted something, commented on your stuff, or
Commented,
yeah. And then I had got a bunch of the packs, and I was like talking to you, and you were like, "Yo, check here, take some of this stuff," and like we just kind of like linked up on having similar interests. You know, I think that's the key. Whenever I've reached out to an artist or someone I want to work with, it's never like, hey bro, do you have a job? Like, hey, can I choreograph for you? Can I be in your music video?
Yeah.
You know, it's always like give value first. I'm always trying to give value before I expect or ask for anything in return. So, you know, with the EDM guys, for example, like Marshmello and Slander Nightmare, like all these people that I've gotten to work with and become friends with, I'm always like, hey bro, like I love your shit. Here's a video I did to your music. Like, or like, y'all, I was at the concert last week, you killed it. Like, they're people that I'm showing like in advance, like I don't need anything from you, I just fucking love your shit.
Yeah,
you know. And then in turn they're like, yo, wait, your stuff's dope, like we should work together, let's check this, what about this and that, you know. And I think that's the best way, is to have it be an organic approach, because I'm sure you guys get a million people coming at you being like, can I work for you guys, can you promote my mixtape, I got a new song, right? Like just nonstop. And it's the same with me, can I dance, can you put me on, can you this or that, right? So the ones ones that get through and get past that first wall of defense are the ones that are just like authentically showing love and giving value. You know, if somebody's like, yo, I took your dance and I did it for a show and I shouted you out and this and that and blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna be like, damn, that's dope. Like, thank you. And by the way, like, I'm coming out to LA. All right, cool. Let's collab. Let's link up, you know?
And even if that person's has a big following yet, like I say, that they're not really known, they're coming to LA, still show the love.
Yeah. I mean, you know, and it's got to be win-win if they don't have a big following yet and they don't have something really incredibly unique to offer that could potentially make a video blow up. Maybe the win-win isn't there to do a collab, but I'll be like, yo, come to class for free. Like I got you. I'll, you know, let me know when you're out here. I'll take care of you and stuff, you know? So it's like that. And then as they build their careers, they build their following. You're like, okay, now like you're really killing it. Let's go. Like, let me help you get to the next level.
No, that's sick.
What do you think about working for free? Because a lot of people think like, oh, I'm too good to work for free, but I think it's so good.
You got to work for free. I still work for free for pretty much all the artists I mentioned. They're like, oh yeah, we got you. I'm like, don't pay me. Like just, it's good, you know, because it's the way to get not just in the door, but it's the way to like keep a connection. Like your friends that are killing it when you're doing well, like you don't need to nickel and dime each other. Like you look out for me, I look out for you. And that's such a valuable relationship. You know, when I first started, I would go to the dance studios in LA and it was like my dream to like teach at these dance studios. They were like the dance studios and they would be like, oh, sorry, we're not hiring. We're not interested in you. I'd be like, I got a resume. I got this. No, we're not interested. One day somebody didn't show up to teach their class. There was like 20 students there and they're like, guys, sorry, the class is canceled. The teacher didn't show up. I was like, I'll teach it for free. Like, you don't have to pay me. They were like, all right, go ahead. 2 months later, I was on the schedule. I was like the teacher rising up. And by the end of the year, I was the biggest teacher in the studio. So
that's
I was like,
fucking amazing, man.
I'm a firm believer in working for free, putting yourself out there.
Dude, we do. I mean, me and Drew, I do unhealthy amount of time. Like when podcast guys come in town, we love to like help out, show them what we're doing and like just free consulting on the back end, like helping different artists and stuff get more reach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just comes back, you know what
Always.
I'm saying? And I hate when I see those comments of people just like, know your worth, don't work for free. You know, people are just going to take advantage. I'm like, bro, you haven't done it enough to really know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. People like that, though, their version of work for free is like, I did this video for free on a Craigslist ad and like they never hooked me up with anything. Yeah. It's like, well, that's Craigslist. We're not talking about that. We're talking about working for free where there's another type of value. The relationship has a value, you know, not just literally throwing yourself out there for free.
You're trading relationship. You're not trading like dollars, you know?
Yeah.
If you had your exact skill, but you were like zero following, no connections, nothing, what would you do right now to like build your YouTube up or just get started?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's something I think about a lot because who knows tomorrow when you're going to wake up and be like, Vine is gone. Like you never really know, you know, the system that I have and that's why I'm always watching you guys too, because I think the system that you have for music transfers to dance to anything else. I think the system that I have for dance also transfers to other art forms. And that is, for me, it's finding a format that works, posting really consistently, and then connecting it to something that is trendy. So in my case, it's the music, right? It's like, there's a lot of amazing dancers, but not all of them find the song that's about to blow up before it blows up, not after it blows up. Find it before it blows up. So research, and then produce the content faster than anyone else. So like Drake drops his new song tonight. I think it's going to blow up. Tomorrow morning we film, tomorrow night we edit, and it drops on Tuesday. By the time anybody's heard the song, we have 4 videos out to it. And everybody's like, holy shit, like what just happened, you know? And so a lot of it is timing and research and really staying on top of your shit. And you can do that in any art form. It's not just for dance.
How do you go about doing that? Like finding the next big thing?
Back when I was first starting and I was DJing, I used to be like subscribed to one of those like record pools where you would get like the songs like a few days early. It was like my secret weapon. Like I'd have all the music a few days early, and then by the time it dropped, I had the videos. Now a lot of it's relationships with artists. Like the artists will just send me their music and be like, yo, this single's coming out in 2 weeks. Like if you want to do something, like we'll push it. Like we'd really appreciate it. And so right when they drop their stuff, I'll drop my video and we'll cross promote them. And you know, obviously that works really well.
That's awesome. It's a good win-win.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like it keeps feeding itself. Like the more you keep doing this, the more like it keeps happening.
Yeah. I think people are realizing finally, you know, like we've always known it. We've realized it for a while, but the record labels, the OGs in the music and the dance industry, they didn't realize how powerful social media was until the last couple years, you know, and now they're like, oh shit, we kind of missed it a little bit. Like now we got to play catch up. So now they're really down to work with artists and creators. And that's a good thing for everyone on our side, you know?
Do you think that more, let's just say artists on the smaller side, because a lot of people will listen to this podcast, you know, aren't necessarily Drake yet, you know what I'm saying? Do you think there's a lot more opportunity for smaller artists to maybe team up with smaller, like even people in the dance type world?
Yeah.
To get exposure to their music?
Absolutely. I mean, and also too, like, so I posted my first ever remix about a month ago. I have 0 followers on SoundCloud, right? And I was like, I don't want to make YouTube push to SoundCloud. Like, I just want to try and like kind of genuinely build a SoundCloud thing. So I remixed that Selena Gomez ballad that came out, the one she did. It was like a soft, like an R&B pop vibe. And I remixed it and put it on SoundCloud. And it has like, not a lot, but I think like 90,000 plays from 0, you know, and that's kind of the same version of what I did with dances. I was like, if I put out an original right now, it's not going to get a lot of love because I don't have any momentum. So I need to build a little momentum first. Let me remix a song that's popular in the style that I like, build the momentum, and then start putting up originals. You know, and I think it's that type of thing. Like the smaller artists, they can collaborate with other dancers or actors. Or I mean, look at what Chris D'Elia, we were talking about him, what he did with Eminem, making a joke about Eminem, and then Eminem loved it, used it, put him in a song.
Yeah,
like,
that was crazy,
right? Like that's it happens overnight, like so quickly. So it's about getting creative with how you're marketing your stuff. You know, if you're a newer producer, remix some stuff you like, connect with people online that are same size as you, get people to do dance videos to your stuff, get people to do TikToks to your songs. Like you never know what can happen. That's what's amazing about it.
TikTok is fresh.
I think you can literally pay people. I've been telling a few of my friends, you can pay people probably $100 or less to make a TikTok.
Have 1 million following.
Yeah, because they're literally not really getting hit up right now. Like if you watch their videos, you can tell that they're just making whatever the newest trend is. They're not like getting hit up by a bunch of brands and artists right now. Yeah, it's gonna happen though. It's gonna start happening over the next few years.
That's a really, really good point, because that happened with Instagram too. You used to be able to get anybody for a brand deal for like, I used to do brand deals for like a few $100, you know. I was like,
and now it's probably fucking
now it's crazy. Every day you get requests from, because the OG companies are now doing ads on Instagram and brand deals, but no one's on TikTok yet.
Do you like brand deals, doing brand deals?
If they're authentic, yeah. I'm pretty picky about the brand deals that I do, because I've seen a lot of my friends lose a lot of credibility for bad brand deals. So I think it has to be authentic, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
Alpha makes a fucking killing, bro. He'll do some videos and Ferrari or some company.
That's sick.
And dude, he just racks, man.
Yeah, it's great.
Like he makes so much just at one part of his business. It's brand deals, but the beautiful thing is that it's like all profit. Like it's just like, hey, by the way, check out so-and-so. Check out Rolex's new whatever, new watch.
Nuts.
It's crazy, man. What are we at on time, Jordan?
Dude,
this is interesting, man.
For me personally, like honestly, like sometimes I even get selfish. I'm like, fuck everybody listening. I'm like, dude, this is good info for me.
Yeah, I
you know
know. That's why I start asking questions.
I think your trends and shows approach, I think, is really good, and it's actually something that I want Cymatics. You know, we're talking a lot about making Cymatics look more like that on the front end, because before we've been so like, these are our products, people buy them, but in the future we want to be like Cymatics is almost turning into a media brand. You know what I'm saying? And the selling the stuff is kind of after the fact, but like, how can we come up with cool content for the people? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, you know, so much opportunity out there just to do more like show type shit.
Yeah, definitely. How do your tours work exactly? Because I've seen a little bit about it. Is it like a dance workshop type of thing or what?
Yeah, it's a combination of stuff. Not too different than an artist tour in a sense, but the primary thing instead of a show is usually a workshop. So I'll do a beginner workshop that's like open to anybody, because a lot of people are not necessarily dancers that follow my stuff. You know, they're fans of dance, so they can come learn steps, really chill, a meet and greet for that, and then we do an advanced workshop after that for like the pro dancers in that city, and a meet and greet for that. And then sometimes I'll perform, sometimes I'll DJ. Like if there's other opportunities in the city, we'll kind of stack stuff, but the core of it is like 2 workshops, 2 meet and greets in every city.
That's awesome, man. Do you have a whole nother team that helps with that, or?
I have a tour manager that goes on the road with me, and we do it just the two of us. Been doing it for a while, so I have, like you guys, the email lists for each country and everything. So just literally send it out, post it on social media, do it through a ticketing platform, and that's it. Scan people at the door and have a few security in each city, and there's some people that we add in. But as far as traveling, it's us and my laptop. That's it.
That part of your business is almost identical to our events business that
Really?
we just started, because we're we never did anything live. You know what I'm saying? It was all online. Then all of a sudden, seeing real people has been weird. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
They're not just comments and likes. They're real people who are real diehards.
Isn't it so rewarding though? It's crazy, right?
It makes me excited to go back in the office and work on all the different shit, seeing the real people coming out, seeing the real impact. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to get lost in thinking that it's just a like or comment, and not thinking it's just human.
Microphones and cameras, and you weird, forget that people are listening to this, and it's affecting them in a positive way. It's changing their lives.
It's weird hearing what affects them too. I'm sure you get this too, but they'll be like, that lo-fi drums video you did, that changed everything for me, and I just threw that up in 5 seconds, you know what I mean? But it's weird. I'm sure you get a lot of random kids saying wow, that one dance video got me into dance, which is crazy. You get a lot of people telling you you're the reason they kind of got into it.
Thankfully, that's the best compliment I think you can get.
It's awesome, man.
And people will be like, I started 5 years ago after watching your tutorials, and I learned, and now I own a dance studio. We just won world championships for this and that. I'm like, holy shit, you're doing better than me. You took off. But it's crazy how it starts so small, with one video, and then some people take it and run with it and what they're able to create.
My favorite one recently is the one with you, Steven, with those kids.
Oh, dude, yeah. There's some kids who popped up. I probably listen to this. Those kids in Toronto. They're asking some questions. It's kind of, honestly, what I initially think is some pretty higher level questions. I can kind of tell where somebody's at based on the types of questions they're asking, right?
Sure.
And anyways, they were watching the live streams 4 or 5 years ago when I was doing them on my personal Facebook fan page.
30 or 40 views.
About the music industry. Yeah. Barely anybody in there, but I just did them every night. And then pretty much they were, I guess, 14, because they're 18 now, so they're probably 14 at the time. And then the kid was talking up, telling me he's making $50,000 a month or something like that in the music industry.
And he's like, I started because of this.
Doing publishing or some crazy services for rappers or some shit. And I was like, damn, bro. It's just crazy to hear that story and then see the dude. And I'm just thinking live stream, done, a thing I did. You know what I'm saying? So
the other crazy part about what you just said is, for me to hear, for people to hear, is you were doing live streams to 30 or 40 people every night.
People aren't willing to do that shit.
You know what I mean? It's easy to look at the numbers now and forget, that we all go through that building phase. I did probably 100, 200 YouTube videos before I ever had one that did 50,000 views. It was just posting, and then it happens. But
what should somebody expect? Let's say there's a producer or anybody that's trying to be an influencer, because I think almost every space is trying to do it to a certain degree. What should they expect for if the volume of videos they're putting out versus success? Is it something that people should be patient, wait 3 years? Should they be seeing 2 years? Or what's some things they expect when they really start pumping content and realistic expectations?
I think if you really commit and you really go for it, you'll know in the first year if it's something that you're on the right path with. You might not have the huge following and the viral hits or whatever yet, but after a year of going hard, posting every day, trying different things, you'll be able to see if you're growing consistently. And if you're growing consistently and people are engaging, people like your stuff, then it's only a matter of time. It will happen for you if you stick with it. What happens is people go that first 6 months, that first year, and they're really consistent, and then they start to lose steam, right? And the posts don't come as often, and the inspiration drops a little bit. And then they're like, man, I don't know, just online stuff didn't work for me. And it's you were so close. You did the hardest part, which was the first 6 months, where you're not getting any love, and you still have to post and still put work in. Now is when it gets easy. It's a lot easier to post when you're going to get a check from it. People are going to watch it. People are going to support it. It's that first period. So I always tell, my friends that are getting into it, I'm like, don't worry about the numbers for the first 6 months. Just post every day. And if something feels good, post more of it. If people are liking it, work with that. Just keep rolling. And then in a year, then start to analyze and say, this did this did that. But at first you just need to get in that habit of work ethic. And this is what I do every week. I make a lot of content. I do this thing. You get in that good habit, and then it can continue.
Hell yeah. I think everybody needs to replay this clip every morning for 6 months as you keep posting. I think that was fucking huge.
It's hard, man, especially if you're not quite getting the reaction you want, or people are like, I mean, you'll even get some shit talkers and you're like, fuck, man, this sucks.
Gary said for the first 2 years, nobody watched Wine Library.
Yeah, he did like, you know what's crazy?
Nobody's watching.
Everybody knows Gary for Gary V's brand, big, like whatever, big entrepreneur. He did like how many episodes?
1,000.
1,500 or 1,000 of this Wine Library TV where he just reviewed wine.
Yeah,
for years, 1,000 episodes. We posted only 21 podcasts so far. That's fucking crazy.
Where was he posting them?
On YouTube.
YouTube.
No
another
shit.
video site too. He was using.
Yeah.
I forget what it was called.
But YouTube too. They're all there still. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, he was like, and that was like what got him started.
Got to a couple hundred too. He said at one point.
That's crazy, man.
That's
hard.
That's inspiring.
And
like,
you see how it evolved into the Gary V now. How he's
and now nobody would really, unless you're a super fan, you're not going to know that kind of shit. But like, that's where he got his start, was literally like building his dad's wine business.
Man, just tireless work ethic.
Yeah, man.
I think I would have given up after 1,000 wine videos.
Oh,
I've been like, listen, guys, it's been real.
You're reviewing 1,000. How much wine, different wines has Gary? Gary's a wine expert. I've never even thought about what an in-depth like wine expert you got to be after doing that many videos. I mean, you're like next level. That's
and he
crazy,
said people
man.
didn't really respect him because he's this young kid. And usually to drink wine, you got to been doing it for years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, why am I gonna, like literally working at the liquor store when he was like 19 or something like that? Like,
It's crazy, man.
He has
a crazy story.
Giving people advice.
That guy
Out there,
does not
McLovin
stop.
out there.
I think he like literally uses every second of his day. It seems like, because I don't.
Yeah, his vlogs stress me out. Like I feel like I work hard, but when I watch his vlogs, I'm like, I can't take this shit,
Let me tell
Gary.
you something that's awesome. So he has a 4Ds program. It costs like about $10,000 a person. But you get to talk to everybody on this whole team. And dude, seeing inside like a $200 million company for the day,
You would like it, honestly.
Gary, it's fucking worth it, bro.
Yeah.
That's what took our business.
I'm gonna be honest. Gary would probably just have him on one-on-one.
Yeah, this fucker's got a lot of.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has 11 million followers. I'm
Even
pretty sure.
asking Gary business type questions.
Yeah.
On the revenue and shit, man. It's a
Man,
good investment.
he'll say like one small thing, and you're like, whoa. Like this changes everything. I mean, we went last year and we were like, holy shit. We came back and started Instagram after that.
Instagram.
Yeah, we didn't have Instagram.
Really?
Until
We
Gary
started
said-
a year ago, man. I started last November.
Damn, you guys are killing it.
Dude, we're trying, man. But that's like literally after Gary, we were like, oh, we got to do personal branding.
Yeah.
That's where we came
I mean, that's
back
true.
into that.
Now that I'm thinking about it, when I first found your stuff and was using the sample packs and stuff, I didn't connect a face to it or names to it. It was just
That's how
Cymatics.
everybody was.
Yeah.
And they just saw the ads on the front end. And honestly, people like hated on us because they were just getting sold to all the time.
Yeah.
Like buy our sample pack. But now it's like value.
Oh, wait,
value.
these are
Almost
actual.
that's almost like not even 5% of what's actually going on, because most of it's even free right now. Almost everything we do, we just pop free packs that are fire.
Yeah.
Better than 99% of the other companies out there, you know?
Steven, do you want to wrap this up here pretty soon? We could do like a bonus round too. I don't know if you have questions for it though.
I mean, do we still have extras on here?
Yeah, if you want to do that.
So I guess let's
Do you want to do a gift card giveaway too?
Yeah,
We
so we'll
usually
do a giveaway. But real quick, you want to tell where people should go find you and check you out?
Yeah, if you guys want to check anything out, Matt Steffanina on all platforms. It's spelled as it's pronounced, 2 F's.
Yeah, we'll link you too.
Yeah.
And not only that, I'll actually say for sure, even past the regular music producer on this thing, for higher level music industry people checking us out, like Matt, fucking hit him up. He's got
Yeah,
hell of
definitely.
value to bring to you as a label or management company. So definitely plug there. And then we'll do the giveaway.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, guys. So doing the giveaway, same as usual. Just comment and timestamp your favorite moment in this episode. Even though Matt's not just a music industry episode, I think this was actually huge.
I mean, dude, I think
lot of
I
fucking
like these
people.
better, honestly, man. This is motivating for me, honestly, hearing your story.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know much about you before you came here. I was like, God damn, you're like, I mean, you've been hustling for years, man.
In a minute.
You've been hustling.
I really
man.
appreciate you guys having me on. Like I said, this is something, when you hit me up the first time, I was really excited to come on because I'm such a big fan of what you guys do and just the music industry. Like I think there's so much correlation between dance, music, what we're doing with our businesses, how we're building our brands, and hopefully, people can take something from this.
And industries like ours have been, like dance industry, music industry, have been shitted on for so long, but now it's like we've hit our golden era to where like, wait, this
Because
weird
all the
shit
attention is on
actually
us
the
now.
cool shit
Yeah.
now that you can do a lot with online. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the power's gone back to the artist, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
you know,
that's a good way to put it.
we were backup dancers for so long, but now you have dancers that are actually known. You
Yeah,
know?
and there's no gatekeepers. You don't have to be like suck up to this fucking asshole who will make or break your career. You just
Yep.
go online and make some videos.
Producers kind of were behind the scenes. It was more like the singer
Absolutely.
or like the person up front. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the producers.
No, I remember the first time I was seeing like David Guetta's name as the artist,
main name.
and I was like, wait, he's not the singer.
Yeah, when I was exposed to that world, like Steven got me into like EDM and stuff. I was like, wait a minute, you can be like an artist as a beat maker? That's
Yeah.
so weird to me. Like Flume is
Yeah.
making beats and touring?
Yeah,
That's
the
bizarre to me.
concept. Now it's so normal, but like I remember that realization of like these guys are artists.
Yeah.
what the fuck?
That's
yeah.
fucking weird. Okay,
It's
you wanna-
amazing.
So we will start the Spotify, SoundCloud, and Apple section now.
Sweet.